I'm just recording this because one student is away. She can watch it later. So preparing to go in live. All right. So let's get back to business. So this 1.6, the last part of the calculus. We're going to talk about continuity. So a function f of x continuous, the condition for the continuity, if limit x at a is actually evaluated by x at a. So what that means, you can directly substitute and find the limit. Then we call the function is continuous. Note that a function is continuous at a if the following conditions are met. F at a exists, the function is defined at a, limited exists, and then f at a and limit is equal. Make sense? So we're going to see that why these definitions are important. So function is continuous if the graph can be drawn without lifting the pen from the paper. So you have a graph that's really smooth from the domain, then we call the function is continuous. We didn't take that pen out, isn't it? Now, a discontinuity, if f of x is not continuous at a, we say f of x is discontinuous at a, or f of x has discontinuity. There are three types of discontinuity possible: removable, jump, and infinity. So I'm going to show you them in picture. The removable discontinuity is going to be something like this. You get a little hole on the graph. Okay, so this is x, this is y. Now let me ask you guys a question. This is a. It is not defined in a, you can see, right? The graph is go like that. In a removable discontinuity, what do you guys think about limit x approaches a is going to be? Do you think this is exist or not exist? Limit x approaches a. Let's ask Varun. Here's a picture. What do you think about limit x approaches a? It's exist or not exist?
Does not exist.
It is in fact exist. It's pretty straightforward. You need to see the left side limit and the right side limit. They are close enough to some points, isn't it? So this point and that point is close enough to just, they're going to be almost there. So limit exists. Why? Limit x approaches a plus f of x is equal to limit x approaches a minus f of x. So if the limit exists, but limit x approaches a f of x is not equal to f of a. That means I can really directly substitute because you can see there's a hole, isn't it? Then the function has removable discontinuity. Now I'm going to go back to the jump discontinuity. So let's look at the jump discontinuity, what the picture is. In a jump discontinuity, graphs goes like this, and then graphs start from here. So let's look at the picture. This can be 1, this can be 5. Let's call the point A. Limit x approaches a f of x. Does that exist? It does not exist. A two-sided limit does not exist. How come? If you look at the two-sided limit, man, a minus is somewhere here, a plus is somewhere here, isn't it? So it's d and e. Yes, but f at a is exists. Your function is still defined at a. You can find a point there. If the limit does not exist at point a, but you can still have a function defined, then we call as jump. Make sense? Are you seeing the picture? Sir, are you seeing the picture? I'm not sure whether you're seeing a picture. You're just checking about when is your next car contract is.
So, I have this teacher who gives us assignments every day.
Cool.
Do you know the Brightspace portfolio thing?
Mm-hmm. Who's that? What subject?
Business leadership.
Yeah, you do. That's how it's supposed to be. Now let's go back to the next graph, guys. Go back to the next graph. Let's see. This is 3. Limit x approaches 3. Limit x approaches 3. F of x does not exist. And f of x, when x approaches 3 goes to infinity, we call that is the last discontinuity, infinity discontinuity. Because you can see the graph goes to infinity shooting out. Does everyone see the picture?
Why is it so cold break?
What?
Why is it so cold break?
the dotted line, sir. So that means look like approach, right? So what we're gonna going back to see, we're gonna see some examples. How does this work? How to check for discontinuity? Abhinash, are you following that, sir?
Yeah, so does the for the first one you said, that's just the removable discontinuity, and then the second one is jump discontinuity, and then the
Yep.
third one
Yep.
is
This is removable. This is jam, yes. This is infinity. Make sense?
okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Is
So
it
let's go.
it's infinity because like the line like that x like at that x point it goes infinity up and down where there's no like point of intersection basically.
You can say that there's no point of intersection on that vertex, on that line.
Okay.
So let's look at a picture. This is an example of removable discontinuity. Condition is limit exists if it A not exist. Now, another example, x approaches a f of x not equal to f of a, then you can say removable discontinuity. So let's going back here. Redefine y is equal to f of x squared minus 4x minus 2 such that fx to be continuous everywhere at any graph the old and new function. So what they really want, they redefine. So let's going back to see what will happen. So if I'm going to be just factor this, x plus 2 times x minus 2 over x minus 2. You see there's a hole at x equal to 2, isn't it? Are you seeing that? When you have a hole at x equal to 2, of course, there's going to be a removable discontinuity. The question is asking, redefine such that fx to be continuous everywhere. So how do I able to redefine? What can I do to redefine so it's continuous everywhere? So I don't have a restriction imposed. Redefine the function. That means do not change the function. Don't change the function, but do something so that you can get. If you have to simplify it. So there's no way you can just get it. You can say that you cannot simplify. The simplifying is going to be there. Anyone else? So you can redefine this one by a piecewise function. So you can going back to say the new function g of x is equal to x squared minus 4 over x minus 2 when x is not equal to 2. And then you can put some random value you like. I'm going to say 4. So this is going to be just 4, whatever you want to call 4 when x is equal to 2. That's it. So what we're doing is we're given a specific point. So how that graph would look like if I want to graph this, technically speaking, if you simplify, that is x plus 2. So 1, 2, that 2, go to 1 unit to the right. And then x equal to 2, it's actually going to 4. So if I grab this line, 2, 3, 4 is just going to be somewhere here. It's just going to be go like this. So because we just give a point, specific value at that point. Make sense? Hello.
So do you just graph the remaining basically, like the remaining?
No, I didn't say. So I graph this with x not equal to 2. But when I put x, I define at x equal to 2, I put 4. So let's simplify. When you simplify that, sir, the function, you got only x plus 2, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's the remaining.
At x is equal to, is not a reminder. That's not a reminder. I simplify, sir. That's not a reminder. Right?
No, like remaining. I mean, like, if it's like, do you just graph
you can say it's a quotient. Now, when x equal to 2, if I directly substitute 2 plus 2 is what? So I just define at x equal to 2, give a value 4. So it's a smooth and continuous, isn't it?
Okay.
All right. Now, jump discontinuity. the function y is equal to fx has jump discontinuity at a if the left side and the right side limit exist, but they are not equal, which I talk about it. Your left side and right side limit exist. So it's pretty straightforward. So analyze the continuity of the function y is equal to fx at x equal to 3, graph the function to illustrate the situation. So what we're going to do, limit x approaches 3 plus f of x. We talked about that last class. When it's 3 plus limit, x approaches 3 plus. When there's 3 plus, we can take the absolute value sign out. This is going to be 1. We talk about the last class, this is -1. So what do we notice? Limit x approaches 3 plus f of x. Therefore, originally, I supposed to teach that evening class, right? It's switched. So if I taught the evening class, it's the same scenario. Miss Mower class will be collapsed. The way it's works,
So how many classes are there for calculus?
there's 3 classes.
2 for months, 1 for
The way it's worked, they look at it and say, collapsing which class won't cause too much timetable conflict. So collapsing Miss Mower class and knowing that kids in my class is not possible because people have period 2 computer science, people have period 2 English, people have period 2 chemistry, so they can't really do that. For example, the data management class only 15 kids. Why they didn't collapse it? Because that would cause a lot of timetable conflict. So if 2 kids say that we want to take this course, they can go to the superintendent and say they're collapsing it, that's going to be an issue. So far I don't have period 2 classes yet. So I'm chilling, yesterday chilling, Monday chilling, have 2 spares and prep. So
Sir.
Yeah.
How does it equal to 1 like the equations?
how to equal to 1?
Yeah, and -1.
Did you really review stuff, sir?
Yeah,
you
I did the
really-
text. I did the textbook, but I didn't do. I don't know if I did that.
Okay,
part.
remember that last class I did this example, man? So, Avinash, you cannot depends on that I will share this. You need to take notes. If you're not
Okay.
taking notes, I'm going to post this. I'm not going to post this. Anyone who is not taking notes, you're not going to get the handout. Okay, you need to take the notes. And you can see that I did this one last class. I show you what to do with when you have an absolute value. I clearly explain why we are doing it. When you have an absolute value sign, we know x minus 2 is going to be greater than 2, x is greater than 2. So if any value is greater than 2, I don't need the absolute value sign. We know this is going to be less than 0 when x is less than 2. So for any value x is less than 2, all I need to do to get the right absolute values, and I need to put x minus 2. So example, if x is 1.9 minus 1.9 minus 2 minus 0.1, which is positive 1. If I take an absolute value, then I also get 0.1. So another way, absolute value of 1 minus 2 is the same as saying negative 1 minus 2. We got the same result. So instead of this, I can also write that, isn't it? Because I got the same result. 1.9 minus 2, absolute value 0.1. 1.9 minus 2 is negative 0.1, absolute value multiplied by negative 1 is going to be positive 0.1. So in both places, we got the same expression. Are you following that, sir? So are you
Yeah, I
following?
understand.
So what is happening? Why we just taking the absolute value sign out? Okay. So go back to the next one. Infinite discontinuity. The function f of x has the infinite discontinuity at a if at least one left side or the right side limits unbounded. So you can see here, the left side limit go to infinity. The right side limit go to some value r, isn't it? And here, both limits goes to infinity. So let's see how to do this. Analyze the continuity of the function limit x approaches to 0, 1 over x, right? Well, it's actually going to 1 divided by 0, going to infinity. Make sense? So, what kind of discontinuity we got? Infinity discontinuity. Varuni, are you copying things down?
Yeah.
To write limit x approaches to infinity is better than to write, it's better than write DNE. So the reason why is we know it's go to infinity than saying it does not exist. So let's do some fancy part. The function f of x is represented graphically in the figure on the right side. Analyze the continuity of this function. You guys going to say is it continuous, or you guys going to say jump discontinuity, removable discontinuity, or infinity discontinuity? Let's start with Swati. X is equal to -3. What do you think, Swati?
It's continuous.
Continue. Yes. Avinash, x is equal to -2, sir.
It's removable.
It is removable discontinuity. How do you know it's removable? What makes you to think it's removable?
Because isn't -2 there's a hole, but it's still continuous on left to right.
All right. So this is removable, correct? So let's going back to the check on the removable discontinuity. So in a removable discontinuity, the limit exists, but f at a does not exist. So that's a condition. So let's see it's removable or not. So we're going to check that it's going to be removable or not on that point. So let's going back to check the point. So limit exists because 2 minus is actually go to 2. 2 plus actually go to 2, isn't it? So limit exists. Limit x approaches to -2 plus f of x. F of 2, f of -2 is not defined. Make sense? So removable. All right. Going back to Varuni, x equal to 1, x equal to -1.
Jump discontinuity.
Yeah. We can see function has the left side and right side limits are different because the left side limit is go to 2, right side limit to go to 1. So limit x approaches -1 plus f of x is equal to 1. And not equal. All right. Sujan, 0. Sujan,
Yeah.
0.
Is that a whole lot one?
No, it's a
Oh,
donut.
two.
What?
Two.
What?
Wait, no, but it's not continuous though.
The question is what kind of discontinuity, man? If it is not
Oh. It's a jump.
so let's go back to see what the condition for the jump. The jump, the limit a minus a plus. If the left side limit and the right side limit exists, and then it's exists, you can see on the left side of 0, I got 1. On the right side of 0, on the left side of the we're going to on the left side of the 0, there's going to be 1. In the right side of the 0 is also 1, but the function is not defined at that point, isn't it? Okay, Bernie, 3. Yes, the 3 plus goes to infinity. So infinity discontinuity. All right, analyze the continuity of the function. So we want to see what's happening, what is going to happen in continuity. So to analyze the continuity of the function, guys, we need to check the boundaries. So limit x approaches 0 plus f of x, limit x approaches 0 minus f of x, limit x approaches 1 plus f of x, and limit x approaches 1 minus f of x. So let's check that out. 0 plus f of x. We know 0 plus supposed to be this function x squared, so 0. 0 minus f of x, that function 0. 1 plus f of x. 1 plus f of x is going to be 1 plus 1 is equal to 2 because that is 1 plus. 1 minus f of x is going to be this one, which is going to be 1. So what we know is at 0, we got both limits going to the same value. Also, f at 0 is equal to 0, isn't it? So limit x approaches 0 plus f of x is equal to limit x approaches 0 minus f of x is equal to f at 0. Therefore, function continuous. Function is continuous at x equal to 0. But on the other hand, limit x approaches to 1 plus f of x is not the same. What kind of discontinuity? So if you guys look at it on 1, you got 2, you got 1, isn't it? What is f at 1? So if you really find f at 1, it's going to be 1, isn't it? What kind of discontinuity? Limit in both sides exists, but we see f at 1 is just getting a different value. What kind of discontinuity? Limit exists. Left side, right side, limit exists. But function is also defined at x equal to 1. What is that? Jump discontinuity. Makes sense? Varuni? Avinash? Are you following that picture?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So for what value of c, the function continues everywhere? F at 2, if I evaluate it x plus c, which is going to be 2 plus c, which is supposed to be the same as f at 2 here. So 2 plus c, supposed to be 4c plus 1. 1 is equal to 3c. c must be 1/3. Therefore, 4, c is equal to 1/3. The function is continuous. Level 4 response, right?
I don't get that. What is that? Why does that even
You will,
matter?
you will lose some marks when you take math in the university. They will penalize for this. Yeah. So the way they penalize it, there are theorems you need to memorize. Theorem, and if you even miss one word on the theorem, you got no marks. Theorems are precise. So if you're meaning a sense, therefore, simple word. All right, guys. So let's pull out some of the textbook questions to play. Pretty straightforward. So I have 2 options. I can do the textbook questions, or I can going back to the practice test I do have. So I'm going to give a practice test on this to work on. All right. You guys can start the practice test on limit. All right. Pastor, sir. I'm just gonna get 1 hour to look at the practice test. I'm gonna insert the practice tests here. The practice test, I'm gonna put the practice test for you guys in Google Classroom.
We're gonna do the full thing right now.
Yeah.
I think I'm getting
So assignment material, chapter 1, practice test. All right, so you guys can access that in the Google Classroom as well.
I don't have the Google Classroom.
Why not?
I don't know.
Didn't you come last class?
Yeah.
Okay. Just gonna give. Okay. Just put that Google Classroom link on the chat. You guys can do it in a piece of paper. Do it on the handout. Don't do it on the handout. Hello. Do it there. Do it on the handout. There's plenty of enough space.
Sir.
Mm-hmm.
So for the notes that we took, right?
Mm-hmm.
Access like the handout.
Yeah.
Can we have the handout like not with the notes? We don't
Handout with the
mind.
notes. I can't
Without
post
the
the
notes.
handout. I can't post the handout. So yes. So I can press this classwork material.
Because I'm going to just use that for like practice for like tests like
Yeah,
and those
yeah.
things.
So that's going to be I'm not sure handout. You can see the empty handout, so I'm just going to post it in a moment. All right.
Thank you, sir.
No problem.
Also, sir, here and there, like my notes like miss some stuff, so I don't know how would I like go back and get the notes that I didn't write down, like the just numbers.
Why you didn't write it down the notes?
No, I wrote it down. I wrote
Alright.
it down, but I couldn't
I'm just gonna be
finish some.
I'm gonna be sent you the copy of these pages. So
Because here and there, like the OneNote, it's like for me it's glitch. I don't know why. Like when you're presenting it, not glitch. Like here and there, it's cutting off. So
Okay, I just gonna repose my handwritten work as a PDF file.
Also, at the end of the class, can I ask you some textbook questions that I did for like the lesson that you did
You
last
ask right now,
year?
sir. I don't have a time on the end of the class. If you want to ask full questions, so you can ask right now. I can
okay.
you can do it. Yeah, you can do the test question. You can do this test later. So
It's from the Nelson textbook.
one second. Just let me put the handouts. All right. What is your question from the Nelson textbook?
Question 11F from 1.2, page 20.
Question number one, page. Which one? Question number 11.
11F.
Where's your steps? What do you have done?
So far, I did. You know how you have to first like.
So I'm not going to be taking up the
Use-
solution. I'm not going to taking up the solution, but I just going to write the key steps.
You first do f of x plus.
Yeah, I'm gonna write the key steps, sir. I'm gonna write the
Okay.
key steps. So to do that question, you're given. Oops, I'm not sure if I'm sharing my screen. Yes, I do share my screen. So this is your function y is equal to 4 plus x over x minus 2, and then 8 comma 2. So to find the slope, we call it prime of x, limit h goes to 0, and then 4. So this is your f of x. Fx plus h minus f of x over h. So then you're gonna do limit x goes to 0. So 4 plus x plus h over x minus 2 plus h minus 4 plus x over x minus 2 divided by h. Then you simplify that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can go from here then. Can I not? You know, for like, you know how in advanced functions and any like, we did before. You know how denominator, I just have to make them the same, and then I can just simplify from there on, right?
Correct. Yeah. You need to simplify by making the denominator the same.
There's no easier way to do that. You have to just do it like that, right?
That it should be a grade 1 math, easier way. 1 plus 1 is 2. There's no choice in calculus.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sir.
That's it.
Yeah, it's just that one
Okay.
question.
And Varuni, are you working on a test?
Yeah.
Who's going to do the limits?
I'm gonna do. Question. Wait, this like is it possible to get this? Right?
Possible to get an answer 0?
Yeah.
You're going to have an answer 0.
Okay.
That's not a problem.
I'm sorry, isn't notes posted on the classroom still?
I think so. I posted on the same place.
I don't think so. It's in the classroom. I'm not too sure.
It should be on the handout. It should be posted there now. Under the chapter 1 handout.
Oh yeah. Thank you, sir. Because I just want to rewrite my notes like perfectly fine for practicing because we're not on this lesson yet, but I want to just
Okay.
make changes.
Okay, can you guys make sure everyone do question number 1, sir? Just do the question number 1. We will we will discuss the question number 1. Just do only one, but you have practice.
Up to F, right?
Huh?
Up to
Up to F, yes. And we will exchange to market.
What?
We will exchange to market. I say exchange to market.
What's that?
That means we will change your work with other people to market.
Wait, so you can get an answer of 0 for
You can have a limit to be 0. So who said that limit cannot be 0?
because I'm getting confused with the 0 out of 0 thing now.
0 out of 0 thing is not correct.
That's up to F.
So if you got 0 out of 0 thing, you need to do something.
It does
I
not
need to do
exist.
something.
Exactly.
Wait,
Either
which
you
question?
need. Sir, don't discuss the question. There's no
Oh,
point.
we can't- oh,
If you get 0 out of 0 thing, then you need to be either apply factoring technique, or you have to apply the two-sided limit, or you have to do some radicalization. And you both, when you're done, you can send me your work on a text. So I want to see how did you get to. I see, what is his name? TSA guy. Siddharth is just volunteering with Vijay Danyasala.
Really?
Yeah, I saw the picture.
I don't
I-
like him.
Hmm?
I don't like him
I don't like him either.
because he's a conservative.
And also that, people go beyond him, just he can find jobs on ministry. All right. Where you guys are? Let's Swati, how many questions done?
I did up to D, but then I got stuck because I got 0/0.
Oh, okay.
How?
Hey, no discussion here.
Oh, I didn't even figure out C. Never mind. That was the wrong question. Wait, why can't we discuss it?
And let's going back to Varuni. Where are you? Varuni?
I got to D and then I didn't know what else to do.
And if you don't know, just move back to the next question. Come on, just don't stick in there. What are you doing spare? Here,
Started studying math
for calculus
this year.
and English. Who is
Wait,
teaching
what
English?
period do you have
Joss.
spare?
Huh?
Joss.
A lot of work. He's a great teacher.
He's pretty good.
Yeah.
I
Man.
definitely don't like cerebral.
Do you have
What?
a class
I
during?
definitely don't like cerebral.
Oh, she's also.
I just don't. I see some teachers. I can just see the attitude. I'm like, I do not want to be around that.
What attitude?
I just see it. I had Mr. Markey for grade 10, right? Oh my god, the very first day, because I didn't come because I had a funeral to go to.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next day, I was like, what did I miss? She's like,
Who's that?
Mr. Markey, Mr. DeMarkey's wife. Oh yeah, you weren't here, were you?
Mr. Demarkis.
You don't know who Mr. DeMarkey is?
Miss
The,
Lamela.
the geography. Oh, sorry, no. The guy that's teaching careers, I think, this year. Careers or civics this year. I don't know.
The guy who tweeted right beside the computer science.
Yes.
So his wife's also teach?
His wife used to teach. I haven't seen her in a while.
Oh yeah, so you're talking about the wife or you're talking about him?
The wife.
Oh yeah, Mr. Demarkis, yeah. He retired.
Yeah.
And then when you asked what happened.
I just saw the attitude and I was like, jeez. It was, and you know what's more annoying? I got the same exact mark with both of them. And I was like, yep, they're definitely made for
Yeah,
you.
Miss Sarah is like
She's nice if you can like if you're like friends with her. She gives like hundreds every time. But if you're not, oh god.
What period do you have a spare?
Second period.
Do you have calculus class second period?
No.
He doesn't?
That's collapsed.
Oh.
Oh wait, I
gonna
thought you were talking about me.
No, I was gonna be like, you should go sit in his class and read it again.
All right, your half hour's done, man.
I was finishing
Yeah.
up B.
I'm on F.
You said finishing up B.
Yeah, because I was
Wait,
getting
you
confused
asking
with the
me or
0 out of
Praneeth?
0 thing.
Are you asking me or Praneeth?
Both.
Oh, I'm finishing up F.
Cool. How about you?
I'm on E.
You're E. Okay, keep going.
I skipped C though.
Yeah.
He was asking for too much.
We still have class next week. I'm not going anywhere for family day. Long weekend. How about
Sure.
after? Yeah.
Are we expected to also like memorize like quotient rule, sum rule, and those stuff, like on a exam or something, or like a test?
Absolutely.
Or okay,
You need to know all of them, sir.
okay.
Mm-hmm. Barney, where are you?
I want F.
Okay. So can you send me the pictures of your work when you're done?
Okay.
Sir.
Yeah.
Is it basically, like sum rule, how we did sum rule and quotient rule and those rules?
Mhm.
Isn't it basically just subbing in the limit value, but like you just show your work, kind of?
This question number A to F.
No, like because I have a quiz like next week, so I just asking.
Yeah, so you need to show you're applying the rules to get the answer. You need to show them you're splitting the limit, you're multiplying the limits. So we did some example, isn't it?
Yeah. So I have to show my work like that, right? I can't like sub it in, or
can't-
else that's
You can't
that's
just
wrong.
you cannot directly substitute and then say you get the answer if they ask to use the limit rules.
Okay.
All right.
7 is F is weird.
So in a calculus class, A, B, C, and D, and E, if you take more than each question, if you take more than 2 minutes, then it's a big trouble. You won't be able to complete the rest. You'll be writing it. Right. All right. How far you done, sir?
I'm on E.
You and E? How about you?
I got stuck with E and F, so I went to.
You went to the other question. Let me see the other one. How did you do? So when you got 0/0, okay. And then it's not going anywhere. The B, the limit B is actually X is B. You can't find the limit. All right. How about Barony? Barony, can you send the picture how far you're done on the questions?
Yeah, okay.
We did talk about all of them, but it's okay. You guys are busy. No time to review, right? Super busy.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
What? Yes. I know you guys are super busy. Yes. Super Bowl is coming, so busy. Just marinating the chicken. All right.
You watch Super Bowl?
No. I just started to watch Budamuyati. What a boring movie.
What's the movie?
Budamuyati from Ajit.
Oh,
the
I'm
new
gonna
one.
pay and watch that.
Hmm?
I'm gonna pay people to watch that.
That's completely taking away the Ajit Kumar style. So there's a once there's a one scene where he's driving the car and then somebody T-ended, but he escaped. So the guy who T-ended came out of the car showing his middle finger and then yelling at him. So in a real Ajit Kumar movie, what did you expect?
More than that.
What?
More than that.
What do you expect? You know, it should be like action should start from there. No action. He's like, okay, I don't want to fight with you guys. Or maybe I think that the director probably just keeping the suspense. Everyone is gonna say, "Oh yes, we need this guy to kick him." All right. Varuni, did you text it?
Yeah, I'm sending it right now.
You're done with your grade 12 physics, isn't it?
No, I'm taking it right
Oh,
now.
you're taking this semester. Who's teaching that?
It's this new teacher named Pakira or something like
How's that going?
that. It's going okay. I have a tutor for that, but he's not really teaching us anything.
Where do you go? Where do you go tutor?
It's I think it's I know the name of her sister's tutoring, but my physics tutor, she goes to Max, so she's just tutoring me on the side.
or just going to a student who's in McMaster.
Yeah.
All right. Denise Pictures comes here, so let's see what she has done so far. All right, so all my messages, calculus is not going to be easy. So, but those limit questions are, yes, other than that, if I throw those limit questions, half my class will fail, even though I told them the technique. So I'm going to going back to certain things that we talk about it. So this one, I'm not sure what the problem is. When you directly substitute, it gets 0 and 0. Just you're going to go back to the technique. When you get a square root, we're going to rationalize their numerator in this case. So 14 minus x, and then you will lose marks. You don't write the limit. So limit x goes to minus 2. So we're going to 4 minus square root of 14 minus x, and we're going to multiply by 4 plus square root of 14 minus x, and then divided by 5x plus 10 times 4 plus square root of 14 minus x. So that is going to be limit x goes to minus 2, 16 minus 14 minus x over 5x plus 10 times 4 plus square root of 14 minus x. And then that is going to be limit x goes to negative 2. Let me make this smaller. So 2 minus x over 5x plus 10. 2 plus x, 2 plus x. And then 4 plus square root of 14 minus x. Now, you can clearly say it's limit x goes to minus 2, x plus 2. We can common factor 2, x plus 2, times it by 4 plus square root of 14 minus x. Good news is that is gone. So limit x goes to negative 2, 1 over 2 times 4 plus square root of 14 minus x. That is going to be 1 over 2 times 4 plus square root of 14 minus x. That is going to be 14 minus, it's an x from minus 2. Yes, so that is going to be 16, square root of 16. That is going to be 1 over 2 times 4 plus 4. So that is going to be 1 times 2 times 4 is 8 times 4 is 32. So,
Sir, how did you why did you factor out a 2 instead of 5? You know 5x plus 10, right? Don't you factor a 5?
oh yeah, I should have taken the 5 out. So yes, so that's 5 comes, that's 5 comes. 5 times 4 is going to be 20 times 4 is going to be 80. Correct. All right. Now, when you guys get the absolute value question, it's a double-sided limit. You really need to rewrite it back to say minus 3 plus x squared plus x plus 3. When it's plus, this is going to be x plus 3. So this cancel out. So minus 3 is going to be 9. Limit x approaches to minus 3 minus is going to be x squared times x plus 3 over minus of x plus 3. That you cancel out. That's going to be negative 9. We can say limit x approaches to 3 plus x squared plus x plus 3 over absolute value of x plus 3. Not the same as limit x approaches 3 minus x squared times x plus 3 over x plus 3. Therefore, limit x approaches minus 3x squared times x plus 3 over absolute value of x plus 3 does not exist. Make sense? Yes, sir. You need to do the two-sided limit. And you see that when you anytime you see absolute value, then you need to break in a two-sided limit. Otherwise, you can't evaluate.
Oh no, I meant like before you wrote the there first. You have to write that it's minus.
Yes, that's the reason it does not exist. Otherwise, level 1 minus answer. I like that. All right. Now, going back to, I think that you guys got this one right. So this is pretty straightforward. Some of you use quadratic formula to factor it. That's okay. So 2 times 21 is going to be 42. So how do I factor 42? 1 times 42 doesn't going to work. 2 times 21 going to give me 11. 3 times, so 14 is going to be 42. It's going to give me 11. So I can rewrite it 2x squared minus 14x plus 3x minus 21. 2x is a common factor, 2x minus 7 plus 3 is a common factor, x minus 7. That is actually x minus 7. So you can say x minus 7 times 2x plus 3, 28. 7 times 4 is 28. So x minus 7 times x plus 4. Limit x goes to 7. If you didn't show this, you won't get the marks. The teacher won't give a mark. So you need to show that you have factored out. So 2 times 7 plus 3 over 7 plus 4. That is going to be 2 times 7 is 14 plus 3 over 7 plus 4 is 11. So that is going to be 14 plus 7 is 17 over 11. Not sure how you got 0. You got 0. What?
I didn't get zero.
Okay.
For
You
which
got-
one?
This one. X minus 7 cancel out.
I got beef. I got.
Hmm?
Oh, never mind.
I got 1.5.
Yeah, I got 1.5.
That was low.
For this one?
Yeah, 1.5.
So
B.
2x, hold on, 2x squared minus 14 times 3 is, 10 times 3 is going to be 30, 12, so 42. So minus 14x plus 3x minus 27. That's going to get,
That's 1.5.
It
What?
is 1.5.
That's 1.5. Just in a fraction. The fraction 17 over 11 is 1.5.
oh, okay.
1.54 exactly.
Oh my god, no.
Should be,
It should be exact, bro.
should
I'm
be,
getting so aggravated.
I
okay.
don't want to see this.
Why are you so
right.
aggravated?
All right, guys. This one, you got it right. Most of you need to check the two-sided limit. So you're going to say limit x approaches 2 minus, so f of x, if I say that, so 2 minus is going to be defined by 2 minus is going to be 3 times 2 squared plus 5. 4 times 3 is going to be 12 plus 5 is 17. Limit x approaches 2 plus is going to be defined by that function. So that is going to be 2 cubed. 8 plus 5 times 2 is going to be 10 minus 4. 18 minus 4 is going to be 14. Limit x approaches to 2 minus f of x is not the same as limit x approaches to 2 plus f of x. Therefore, limit x approaches to f of x does not exist. Make sense?
Sure. So you just sub it in and then check if they both are same or they both are different in order to state if it's D&E, right?
That's right. So I choose the right function. 2 minus is going to be by this function. 2 plus is going to be that function. Makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay. This guy, you substitute 4. 4 squared is going to be 49, right? I mean 16. 16 plus 7 is going to be 23. So now if you look at the denominator, that is what the problem is going to start. 12 minus 4 times 4 and square it up 2 to the power of 4. So 12 minus 4 times 4 is going to be 16 times 2 to the power of 4. What is 2 to the power of 4 is going to be 2 squared. So this is pretty straightforward question. I'm not sure why you guys worry about it. Just a direct substitution. So 4 squared is going to be square root of 4 squared is going to be 16 plus 7 plus 9 over 3 times 4 minus 4 times 4, 2 to the power of 4. So that is going to be square root of 23 plus 9 over 4 times 4 is 12 minus 16, 2 to the power of 4. If you take the square root, 2 to the power of 2. So that is going to be 23 plus 9. $12 minus 16 times 4, 64. That's it. So that's a direct substitution. Now, when you get a cube root, then you need to ask yourself, there should be some substitution. So this question limit,
I have a question for
yes,
you.
sir. Huh?
I rationalized it.
Yeah,
Rationalize what?
The
the
numerator.
numerator,
Which one?
the mean.
You rationalize this one?
The numerator.
Yeah,
E?
because when you
Sir, you don't rationalize it until you test it with the direct substitution. If the direct substitution not going to be end up with something dividing by 0, you don't rationalize it. You only need to rationalize something like this. Direct substitution doesn't work. Then we use the rationalization technique. Make sense? So this one is going to be, guys, x to the power of 57 to the power of 1/3 minus 4. Now we got the 1/3 power, so we can't really factor it. So we're going to do some substitution. So how we can able to do the substitution is going to be, you can say u is equal to x plus 57. So you can say x cube, u cube is equal to x plus 57. So x plus 57 to the power of 1/3 is equal to u cube to the power of 1/3, which is going to be u. So question changed to u minus 4 over. I need to substitute for x. From here, you can say x is u cube minus 57. U cube minus 57 minus 7, isn't it? Makes sense? So this is u minus 4 over u cube minus 64. Now, x goes to 7. X goes to 7. So what is my u? So let's going back here, guys. U cube go to x plus 57. Therefore, u goes to x plus 57 to the power of 1/3. If x goes to 7, u goes to 7 plus 57 to the power of 1/3. U goes to 64 to the power of 1/3, which is 4. So the whole limit change back to u goes to 4. Of course, direct substitution won't work. Then we're going to be do the factorization. U minus 4 difference of cube. U minus 4 times u squared plus 4u plus 16. You can cancel that, substitute 4. So that is going to be 1 over 16 plus 16 plus 16. 1 over 48. Imagine this is what I show the technique. There's no question. I didn't teach you anything. I show you how to work with absolute value, limits, class. I show you how to do. Imagine that today is your test, calculus test. Then you're going to start debating the teacher. Do you think you will remove the lowest marks? All right. So I don't really worry about number 2. We will revisit number 2. Number 3 is pretty straightforward. And then I want you guys to do number 6 because we learned that today. For the function right does not have any discontinuous, determine the value of a and b. Can you just do that question and then submit the work, please? Send me the work. Number 6.
Can I sell this test?
Hmm?
I'm kidding. I won't. Great, you might see this as your test at school. Last time, the actual test.
If they didn't do that, I should have just used my old test. But now they're gonna be get all the questions new that they didn't see.
Function does not have any discontinuities. Determine the values of a and b.
Oh, I had a question like this on my quiz.
Of course you did.
How?
What do you mean?
Like, did they finish teaching discontinuity?
Yeah.
So
Well,
they
they-
finished teaching all everything about limit?
No, not really. There's still a couple more lessons.
Okay.
No, they gave us A, but we had to find B.
Okay. So you didn't get any offers, Chad, Sujan? No offer at all?
Everything I signed up for has a supplementary application.
And then which you're going to be submitted in June?
No, today.
Okay.
Isn't the due date done?
No, some of them is the 3rd, some of them is the 15th.
How's it going, guys? Abhinash? Hello, sir.
I'm still working on the question.
Okay. So, have you ever heard about what happened on Altona and Pickering on gunpoint? Not gunpoint. Somebody rear-ended the car, and when the person came out to check the car,
Boom, boom, boom.
no, they just on the gunpoint they stole the car.
People and their car accidents and their shootings.
All the Tamil people too now.
Yep.
You know the day where it was snowing a lot? On Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
I was driving from Markham Road to school.
Mm-hmm.
Some town people hit each other because it was like slippery.
Yeah.
They started yelling. And the best thing is the police passed by, just did a little U-turn and he came back. It was a Tamil cop too. It's so funny. They were just yelling in Tamil too. Because it was in front of Sun City Plaza.
All right, Swati, are you done? How far that progressing?
Um, I'm trying to figure out what A should.
Hmm?
I'm trying to figure out the value of A.
Let's see what are your steps.
There we start.
This is the advanced function question. This is not a calculus question. How about you, sir? This is an advanced function question. When it's continuous, guys, at -4 is a boundary and 1 is a boundary, isn't it? The function evaluated -4 using these two must be equal. So it's going to be -4a plus b, supposed to be -4 squared plus 3b, equation number 1. Then also the function evaluated at the border of 1. So 1 squared plus 3b supposed to be 2 times 1 cube plus b. So this is -4a plus b is equal to 16 plus 3b. This is going to be 1 plus 3b is equal to 1 plus 3b is equal to 2 plus b. So that's going to give you 2b is equal to 1b is equal to 1/2. This is going to give you -4a minus 3b is equal to 16. So we already know what the b is. -4a minus 3 times 1/2 is equal to 16. -4a is equal to 16 plus 3 over 2. -4a is equal to 16, 32 plus 3, 35. -4a is 35 divided by 2. So a is equal to -35 over 8. So we balance that equation by substituting -4 plus b is going to be -4 squared 16 plus 3 times b. So that's get -4a plus b, 16 plus 3b. That's give you that equation. Because there's a b, I made a mistake. You didn't say anyone say anything. Because if you move the 3b, that's supposed to be -2b. So no one say anything. Thank you. So this is going to be -4a plus b is equal to 16 plus 3b. If you move that b to the other side, -4a minus 2b is equal to 16. Divided by 2 minus 2a minus b is equal to 8. Now, let's double check this math. 1 squared plus 3b is equal to 2 times 1 cubed plus b. 1 plus 3b is equal to 2 plus b. So 2b is equal to 1, b is 1/2. So -2a minus 1/2 is equal to 8, minus 2a. 8 plus 1/2. Are you just following that? What we're doing? So continuity.
Sure.
means-
So do we just you know how it says the function on the right does not have any discontinuities, but on the function it has some discontinuities.
How
Like
come
you know
it
how
has
like
how come you have a discontinuity, sir? Where did you find discontinuity?
isn't it on the second function?
Sir,
The second one?
at -4 the function is defined. At 1 is the function is defined. So where do you find a discontinuity?
No, in between -4 and 1. Isn't there
Yeah,
discontinuity?
at -4, we can evaluate the function using this, isn't it?
Yeah.
At 1, I can evaluate that function using this. So
Oh, okay. Okay,
where
yeah,
do
I
you
get
find
it.
okay. Okay, can you guys go back to the next question? Determine the coordinate of all the points where the tangent line is parallel to that. I think that as next week is a short week of the PA day and then Thanksgiving, no one will be really going back to chapter 2. When you guys come back on next Saturday, I will be coursing through chapter 2. Well, I can introduce chapter 2. I have enough time. Pretty easy topic.
You know the people that transferred from your period 2 class?
Mm.
You know Ratchet?
Mhm.
He said because they transferred, they had to do the quiz with us.
Yeah.
He was like, Jack's quiz was so much easier. I want to actually see.
Okay, just you put this up. I'll get back. Touch it. Different people tell different things. It's okay.
It's just funny.
That is okay. That is what they're gonna do. I need to shop for my cookies now.
Yeah.
I had to go to Costco.
We are committing robbery.
Hell yeah. Wait, what?
Yeah, Pranit, what do you mean?
What? You
I mean, I've robbed the school before.
what did you rob?
You know those you know how they used to have those like book fairs kind of thing?
The scholar thing?
Yeah, where they had
Oh
like you
my.
buy bookmarks, posters and stuff.
Yeah.
Free bookmarks, free pencils, erasers that smelled like lemon.
Yeah. Are you getting water?
Want one?
Yeah, thanks.
Close this door. Why do you have to lift it to the right to close it?
As weird. There are some weird doors now.
You know how you check if the water's cold enough?
Yeah.
When you shake it, if it doesn't fog up, then it means it's not that cold.
Oh my god.
That's kind of cold. You want a cookie?
No, I'm good.
Let's see what's going on.
I'm not.
Who's done?
No, one of the coordinates.
Hmm?
I got one of the coordinates, but I don't know. I don't know. Wait, of all the points. Okay, I haven't found one.
Correct.
Isn't there more than one coordinate?
Not correct. Or part of it right, but you didn't really got the question. Oh, never mind. I see this part. I missed this. There will be only one. There will be only 1 point. Yeah. All right.
There's only
Sure.
one point?
There will be only 1 point. So, Swati, are you done? Let's see your progress.
Then why
I
does it
really
say
know how to solve
coordinates?
I don't really know how to solve.
I don't know. Why does it say?
Hold on.
coordinates?
Don't you know how to use the Newton's quotient law? Fx plus h minus f of x over h, limit x goes to 0. Do you know that?
Yes.
And it's Newton quotient law. We did 10,000 examples on this, isn't it? So after this rate of change, we have been working on all Newton quotient rule. You also see the Newton quotient rule in your advanced function class. You see that I did this example with the Newton quotient rule. We did an example with the Newton quotient rule. This is a Newton quotient rule. It's nothing else. Absolutely, it's nothing else. They say find a coordinate where the tangent line is parallel. To find the tangent line, I need to see. Barney, are you done?
No.
Sorry.
No, I didn't finish it.
Okay. How about Avinash?
I think I know how to do it. I'm still working on it. Do you just like make it set equal to each other and then rearrange it and then use quadratic formula to find the x and then
Absolutely.
plug it back in?
Absolutely not correct. Sir. So we need to find f prime of x. F x plus h minus f of x divided by h, limit
How is that?
h goes to 0. So that is going to be
It's always
x
that
plus
way.
h whole thing squared plus 5 times x plus h minus 7 minus x squared plus 5x minus 7 divided by h limit h goes to 0. This is limit x goes to 0, x squared plus 2xh plus h squared plus 5x plus 5h minus 7 minus x squared minus 5x plus 7 times 1 over h. X squared gone, 5x gone, 7 gone. You left over with something. We're going to common factor h as a common factor 2x plus h plus 5 divided by h cancel when h goes to 0 is 2x plus 5. This is the general expression for any tangent line, any point. So this is the parabola. Parabola have 10,000 tangent line. These are the tangent line. And each tangent lines are linear relation. So this is the equation of the linear relation for these lines. Now they're saying is one particular line is parallel to this. So that means the 2x plus 5 supposed to be 13. Parallel mean their slope. So this is giving the slope, expression for the slope. 2x is equal to 8x must be 4. If x is 4, we can simplify in the other point y. F at 4 is equal to 4 squared plus 5 times 4. So therefore, level 4 respond. Therefore, at 4 comma negative 39, 4 comma 29, f of x, the tangent to f of x, equal to x squared plus 5x minus 7 will be parallel to y is equal to 13x plus 3. We learn Newton's difference of quotient rule.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Who discovered calculus?
Sir Isaac Newton.
Can I go in time and murder him?
Sure.
Okay.
Rebirth, when he reborn.
No. Time machine.
Oh yeah, time
Oh,
machine,
wait,
yeah.
Make sure that I.
That pretty easy to
to
do, sir. Pretty easy to do that, sir. You know?
Or make him brain dead.
No, that what you're saying is pretty easy to do. I will show you how to do that.
I know. It's like it's not that. It's just that I don't know why he created it.
No. So the way it works is called tumbler talking. So tumbler talk is basically, we're talking about Isaac Newton, right? You keep a tumbler upside down. Okay. You keep the upside down, and then you started to talk about Isaac Newton. Whatever you started to, yes.
If you got positive 29 when you subbed it in, why is it minus 29 at the point?
Oh my God. 29. So you think about Isaac Newton. You see, when you started to think about Isaac Newton, it started to just move. That means he's inside. So you want to kill him again, right?
What?
You want to kill him again, right? Yeah.
Not kill him again. Not kill him again. Make him brain dead. Conduct the surgery where I take his brain out, so he's just like mentally ill. But
So
he can't be
I'm going to
mentally
lose
ill.
marks on the quiz if I well, okay, what if I wrote just therefore and then I wrote the coordinate? Will I
Ask your teacher for level 4, sir.
She's gonna deduct marks for
Yes, absolutely. All right, moving back. Are you guys following? Varuni and Abhinash, are you guys following us?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did you use that formula at the start?
That's a formula that Isaac Newton defined.
So we just have to like remember that?
Yeah, I don't remember it.
Oh,
There's
okay.
no choice. You're not gonna go without this. This is going to be haunting you, unless that Sujan finds something to do with Isaac Newton. So
And then also, on the third like line after that,
mhm.
like where the h go? You put like 2x plus h plus 5, and then the h disappeared.
I comment factor the h. So in 2x h, if you comment factor the h, you will only get 2x. On 5h, when you comment factor the h, you only get 5.
Oh, right, yeah.
Squared, you comment factor the h. All right,
Yeah,
guys. Given that, determine this. So this question, so I'm not going to say anything. Let's see how you guys figure that out. Given x goes to 0, f of x is 1, determine x approaches 0 4 times x minus 1. You guys want to say, Pranit, find a formula. You guys want to see that while you're doing? No study mean?
Oh, this thing.
No study mean fail, isn't it?
Okay, this is a tape out formula. Fail means no university, no university.
Study mean no fail, right?
It's a good formula to be fair.
Okay, now we're going to be add these two equations. Equation number 1, equation
I'm not wrong. It's a good
no
formula.
study plus study is equal to fail plus no fail. We can comment factor study, right? So no plus 1. We can comment factor fail. No plus 1 is not 0, so we can cancel both.
Study equals fail.
So you just
And then the therefore statement. Therefore, if you study, you will fail.
Wait, yeah, that makes sense though. But then but then you should also write if you fail it equals to your ass getting whooped.
All right.
And fail equals no university.
All right.
University.
How are you guys doing number 9? What we have to do? So this is the type of question you're going to see on a quiz, man. Did you do that question?
Me?
No, Abhinash. Abhinash?
We didn't went to this lesson. We don't have a quiz on 1.6.
So this is not 1.6, sir. What you talking about?
Is it not?
This is. You say your quiz is going to be the limit rules, isn't it?
No. It's not part of limit rules. Like that's going to be after. Like he's going to give it after, like for part 2.
Okay. This one you guys need to use the limit rule. Limit x approaches 4 times fx minus 1 can be split into limit x approaches 0 4 times f of x minus limit x approaches 0 1. Now limit rule says if you have a 4 as a constant, you can take out of the limit. Limit x approaches 0 f of x minus the limit of this is simply 1 because there's no x here. So I can say minus 1. So limit of a constant is simply constant. 4 times, they gave us what is this is. This is equal to 1. So 4 minus 1 is going to be 3. So we apply the limit. Huh?
I did get that. Oh,
We apply the limit rules to find the answer. Make sense?
I just directly substituted by accident. I got you. Okay. You have to do the.
So Wadi, are you following that?
I showed my dad that too. I showed him that video. I told him that this is why I don't study.
All right, some thinking questions here. Ronald was working on a problem in which he has required to find the instantaneous rate of change for the function f of x. The following equation appears in his solution. State the possible equations for Ronald's original function f of x. For each equation, state the point at which he would be finding the instantaneous rate of change. Can you guys write that, please? They state the possible equations for the original function. This is a thinking question. So, what do you get? Suali, what can be the original function? This is thinking. So first of all, you guys need to know this function supposed to be a quadratic. So we should know that it should be a quadratic. We also need to know, because the 3 sitting in here, there should be an a value of that. That's guaranteed. Now we need to ask ourselves, if this function is 3x squared, then you see that there's a 5 plus x going inside. So therefore, he tried to find the rate of change in 0.5. So the question here is, if we got 3 times x plus 5 whole thing squared minus 3x squared over h. Let's see if that can be simplified to that. So this is going to be 3x plus 5 whole thing squared. Now, if you try to find out at 5 squared is 25. 25 times 375, isn't it? Are you guys following that? So, I mean, h supposed to be replaced by x plus 5. So it is possible that he tried to find out the derivative, the instantaneous rate of change for the function 3x squared at the point 5 comma 75. That is possible. The question is, what is other possibility?
Is it 5 or minus 5?
5 comma 75, so. Because the 3x squared, 3 times x plus h whole thing squared minus 3x squared, isn't it? When x substitute 5, that is here the 75 comes from. Now the question here is there any other function possible? Well, for sure I can avoid this. There's no way I can avoid this 3x, right? Now, any other possibility? Can we have a quadratic function in different form?
Oh.
Yes. So can I have the quadratic function in another form? So that is 3x squared. Now, let's see some b. I don't know the b. I'm just adding the another b. Because we can clearly see this is supposed to be just 3x squared. So I don't know the b. Let's do the b. And let's going back to the definition. What the definition define that instantaneous rate of change? 3x plus h whole thing squared, right? And then plus b minus 3 x squared plus b, isn't it? Divided by h, isn't it? If this function is going to be 3x squared plus b, that is how it can be. Now the question for us is, we know the x is at 5, isn't it? So this is going to become 3 times 5 plus h whole thing squared plus b minus 3 times 5 squared plus b divided by h. Now, let's looking at this. What is the possibility for us to get this one? So if I'm going to do this function, it looks like the b and b is going to cancel out, right? Are you following that? The b and b will cancel out. So let's simplify this. 3 times 5 squared is 25 plus 10 h plus h squared plus b minus 3 times 5 squared is going to be 75 minus b over h. So this is going to be going back to 75 plus 10h minus 75 over h. Did I miss that? I think I missed that 3. So 75 plus 30h plus 3h squared plus b minus 75 minus b over h. Now we can have the b and b cancel. We can have this cancel. So this is going to be, if I common factor h, you got 3 plus 3h 4 by h. H cancel out, isn't it? So, so the question here is, what should be the possible? I think that going this way can give you that it is going to be, it is not going to get the value of b. But the question for us is, what can be possible value of b such that you will end up with this substitution? So first one, pretty straightforward. Obviously 3x squared you can use. How can you find another answer for b? So another way, when I do all my substitution, I should get negative 75 in the formula, isn't it? So let's do this. 3x squared. For the b, let's substitute minus 65. So, I mean, minus 10. If I got this, let's going back to see my definition. 3 times x plus h whole thing squared minus 10 minus 3 times x plus h whole thing squared. No, 3 times x plus h whole thing squared minus 3x squared minus 10 divided by h, isn't it? So first I get, okay. So we're going to simplify this. So this is going to be 3 times x squared plus 2xh plus h squared minus 10 minus 3x squared plus 10 over h. So if I'm going to simplify that, this is going to be, the x is 5, we know. So 3 times 5 squared plus 2 times 5 is going to be 10h plus h squared. And then we can cancel these two, minus 3x squared over h. And then we know the x is going to be 5 squared. So 3 times 5 squared plus 10h plus h squared minus 3 times 5 is 75 over h. So you can have that. This is 3 times 5 squared is 75 plus 30h plus 3h squared minus 75 over h. So these two cancel. I should get an expression 30 plus 3h. Now let's see if that makes sense if I do this one for the following. If I do this following, 3 times 5 squared is what? 25 plus 10h plus h squared minus 75 over h, isn't it? 75 plus 30h plus 3h squared minus 75 over h. 75 cancel, isn't it? So if I common factor h, you got 30h plus 3h. Did I get the same expression? So if this is going to be minus 10, then you will get the same expression. And this is the case, the point is not going to be 75. Of course, it's going to be 5. So my other point is going to be 5 squared is 25 minus 5 is going to be 65, isn't it? So that's kind of the question to see what can be a common expression that the function should have to have this definition satisfied. Hello. Avinash and Varuni.
Yeah.
Are you seeing the picture? What the question is?
Yeah, it's kind of confusing to understand, but I think I will get it somehow.
Sure. We're going back to the original function. This is the definition. So this is guaranteed my original function supposed to be half 3x squared. If you can't able to get that, then you should not take the calculus.
I understand the first
So
part.
do you understand that part? It should have 3x squared. Okay. The next part is where do they actually evaluating this function? Is that coming from the 5 plus h? This 5 telling the exponent must be 5. That's the definition, isn't it? Fx
Yeah.
plus h. All the definition limit x goes to 0. F a plus h minus f at a divided by h, isn't it? Make sense?
Yeah.
So now based on the definition, I can say f at a is supposed to be 75, right? F at a must be 75. So if f at a need to be 75, then you should be able to find out what should be the f at a, which is supposed to be 5 based on the function. So getting the first part is supposed to be straightforward. This one,
Yeah, I
different
understand that.
technique. All right, I think I took most of the questions. So here, what it is. Can you guys do number 5? Number 5 and number 4, we will wind up.
Sir, but how did you know like it was 10 though? That's why I was confused for the B.
Sorry?
Not B, the other equation. How do you know it was 10?
How do I know this value, second value is supposed to be 10?
Yeah, the B.
So you say that the way I choose it, the possibility is going to be, one possibility is going to be 3x squared. The other possibility, I say 3x squared plus b, isn't it?
Yeah.
So now we know the x value must be 5. Guaranteed x value is 5. There's no way that you can say x value is going to be different based on the definition, isn't it?
Yeah, I understand that.
So what we did was, going back to, so by going back to the definition, if my function f of x is equal to 3x squared plus b, we're going to find out the f prime of x by going back to the definition of x plus 5 minus, no, not f plus 5, f5 plus h minus f at h, f at 5 divided by h. Make sense?
Yeah.
We need this to be matched to 3 times 5 plus h whole thing squared minus 75 over h, isn't it?
Yeah.
We need that to be the final evaluation supposed to be match that. So that's technically speaking, this is 3 times 5 plus h whole thing squared plus b, right? And minus that we're going to going back to that value is going to be what? 3 times 5 squared plus b divided by h, right? And that should be matched 3 times 5 plus h whole thing squared minus 75 over h. Now, the b value can be anything here. It's not necessarily need to be the 10, because you can see that b value will be canceled. If you can put b value 20, it's still going to work. 30 is going to work. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So do I
It
have
can-
to like when I'm showing my work? I don't need to show.
This
3x
one is a thinking
squared
question,
minus
sir.
10,
If you
right?
can put another point, that's fine, right? If you can put the right point, because by definition, the b will be subtracted. Isn't
Yeah.
it? So the b value I gave is one other point, but you can't have multiple points. You can put 20, you can put 30, you can put 50. Still going to come back to this definition.
Okay.
All right. So Swati, you probably start number 4. What do you get for 6 plus f of x? Yeah, 6 plus f of x. What do you get? Limit x approaches 6 plus. You got 6. 6 plus is here. So 6 plus draws right after 6. How come that can be 6 is going to?
2.
How did you get 6? 6 minus f of x, you're right. 6 minus is going to be 6, correct. So if I ask limit x approaches 6 minus f of x, you're right, because 6 minus is here. Right? Okay, you had to be careful the way that 0.78. All right, Varani, what is x approaches 4 f of x?
10.
Correct. Praneeth, what is h approaches 0? F 4 plus h minus 4 over h. Abhinash, what do you think the C is going to give us? F 4 plus h minus f at 4 over h.
Want to give D&E?
It is going to be 0. Do you know what? This is by definition finding the slope of the tangent at x is equal to 4. What is the slope of the tangent at x equal to 4? It's a horizontal line, isn't it, sir?
Yeah.
So what's the slope of the horizontal line?
0.
Next question. That's going back to Barony. X goes to 9. Fx minus f9 over x minus 9.
Wait, why am I seeing this question?
Because you came back to my class on last Tuesday.
Oh, I have the answers to this.
Barony?
It looks so funny.
It's time to find.
So let's go back this. This one, fx minus f9 over x minus 9. You try to find a slope at 9, because when x goes to 9, 9 minus 9 go to 0, isn't it? You try to find a slope at 0.9. What is a slope at the 0.9, guys? It's a straight line. You can use a rise over run to find the answer. So if I take this rise over run, rise is 3 units, run is 2 units, 3 over 2. Because when x goes to 9, x minus 9 go to 0. We try to find a slope at 9. Trying to find a slope at 9, in this case, already we have a straight line. The straight line has a constant slope, isn't it? Imagine throwing that question on the test.
Sir, how would you do C again? Because I don't understand.
See,
like,
this
why
is the
it's zero.
definition of the instantaneous rate of change at point 4. So if you have a function 4, sir, f of x, if I ask to find that instantaneous rate of change at point A, then we have the definition limit h goes to 0, f at A plus h minus f at A divided by h, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what is this finding? This is finding the instantaneous rate of change at point A. So based on the definition, this is try to find the instantaneous rate of change at point 4. So we went back to point 4, and then we
And
find
then you
out
find
that
the slope.
instantaneous rate of change at point 4 is a horizontal line. Therefore, slope must be.
Okay.
Makes sense?
Yeah.
Hello. Hi. Are you guys following that?
I love online class.
What?
It's so funny.
All good? Okay. That's for you guys today. Dismiss. Next class, we will get back to the last unit. So if you can see on the handout, there's a bottom of the handout, there's the textbook questions to practice. Make sure you don't practice those questions. So come back. So we will going back.
Don't?